Welcome to another episode of Get Inspired with Charity Eswe. A big thank you to all our subscribers and viewers. I appreciate your likes and shares and your comments. You've made the journey so far worthwhile and fulfilling. On today's episode, we have with us an insurance specialist who will be informing us and giving us tips on how to make right and best decisions, especially during these hard times. Our guest today is none other than Dr. Joshua Fatuyi. You are welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me on your show today. I'm really happy to be here with you.
Sir, kindly tell us a brief about yourself.
Thank you so much. Well, like you said, my name is Dr. Joshua Fatuyi, and I've been in the financial industry for more than a decade, helping families from all walk of life, making financial decisions that is best for them and for their family and for their loved ones. So that is why I'm here also today to talk about financial independence and how we can help families from all walks of life, especially here around the US, to make financial decisions as a financial professional for them and for their family, and in order for them to be able to build what we call generational wealth for them and for the next generations to come. Thank you so much.
Wow, we are honored to have you with us today. Now, can we go right to the questions? Our first question goes thus: what is the number one cause of financial misery or poverty?
All right, thank you so much. So that is two in one question. So the number one cause of poverty here in the United States is illness. And when I talk about illness, I'm talking about critical illness that has to do with stroke, heart attack, and most especially cancer. So according to the research, more than 795,000 people walk out with stroke. More than 800,000 had heart attack, and more than 1.7 million are diagnosed with cancer. So this is number one cause of poverty in the United States. And when we talk about number one cause of financial misery, there's something that we call probate court. And what does this probate court? It means when someone broke down and died today, their social security, everything, their bank account, everything got frozen. And if it got frozen, then how are the family going to be able to take care of themselves or their loved ones, or whatever this person that passed away, how are they going to pay their bills? So this is where the creditors, the debtors, they go to the court to request like, oh, this person died, but he has some bills that has to be paid. Let's say they can't pay their medicals, like in terms of emergency, in terms of trying to like have a memory for themselves. What do they fall into? GoFundMe. Why do we have so more than 10,000 GoFundMe every day? Because of what? Because of financial misery, which is the number one cause of failure. That is, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So this is number one cause of financial misery right here in the United States. Thank you so much.
Our second question says, how will you describe the financial miseducation of the middle class?
Yes, so when we're talking about miseducation, financial miseducation for the middle class, we're talking about why do we have 95% of Americans being in the middle class and 5% are in the wealthy Americans. So the difference between the 95% middle class and the 5% wealthy class is lack of information. Do we have the right information to make financial decisions for ourselves and for our children and for the next generation? And that takes me to how are we saving for our future? That is, if you want to agree with me, I'm going to ask a couple of questions and it's something you can just digest or you can just ponder around. We all agree that we live in one of the most wealthier country in the world, which is the United States of America. And you want to agree with me that we work so hard all our life, but still retire poor. Why? We do so much to raise our kids just to see them finish college with a lot of debt. And you're going to agree with me on this. Like, understanding how money works is part of taking care of our family. And we all want a comfortable retirement, but yet we have no plan. What is the plan? And lastly, I want to believe, and you're going to agree with me, that there is no one that is more interested in our future than ourselves. Then how do we prepare for that? That is where the financial education comes in. So as a financial professional, this is my job, it's my responsibility to make sure that no family is left behind. It's a crusade, like making sure that you understand how to prepare to plan for your future while you are alive. Thank you so much.
Our third question goes thus: what is life insurance, and what are the types? Especially in our part of the world, that is the United States.
All right, so when we're talking about life insurance, firstly, I'm a licensed life insurance agent across the United States, so I have the privilege to be able to talk more about life insurance. And life insurance is just a way of life, the way you want your parent, your family, your loved one to live while you are gone, and also while you're alive. How do you prepare for yourself? How do you make sure that your financial is sound? Is one way of having this life insurance. And you're going to agree with me that life insurance is the last thing people want to talk about, but is the first thing people check for when a loved one dies. I'm going to repeat this. Go with me. Life insurance is the last thing people want to talk about, but is the first thing people check for when a loved one passed away. So meaning, me or why? I'm not ready to die now. No one prays to die now, but it's better we prepare now. So for the unexpected, because death is inevitable. But how do we prepare while we're alive to make sure we can get all the benefit that we need? So now, going back to your question, there are different types of life insurance, and I'm just going to be very quick on this. There's one that is called a group life insurance, and that is offered by your employer. Once you are employed, you are offered that at your place of work. And guess what? This coverage ends when you leave your job, period. That is, in case of any illness, layoff, retirement, this results to the end of this type of coverage. So if you have group life insurance, don't assume that, that is all I need to prepare for myself or to take care of my loved one in case I'm no more here. It's not. And the second one is called the term life insurance. And that one, we all have it. Most people have it. It's very cheap. They can send it to you in your house. They can mail it to you. Pay $9.99, pay $10.99. That's it. Guess what? It's only paid upon death, and there's no benefit to client. There's no benefit to the insured while that person is alive. So it's a benefit after death. And that type of life insurance lapse if payment is missed. If you miss one payment, the insurance the policy is cancelled. And the probability is like you are betting with your life a 50-50 gap. That doesn't prepare for you or for your future. There's another type of life insurance which is called the whole life insurance. It covers you until the age of 100. The premium remains the same. There may be cash accumulation, maybe not, depending on how it is being structured. Now the disadvantage is it's more expensive and there's no benefit to client while they are alive. You hear me say that a couple of times. There's no benefit to the insured while they are alive, and there's no cash value guarantee. And guess what? Get benefit without cash value. Now to the fourth one, that is called the Index Universal Life Insurance. Now the disadvantages is pretty simple. You have to pass a health physical, and it sounds really good to be 62 benefit, and also we call it a family miracle, because by the time I go through some of the advantages in this type of Index Universal Life, which is called IUL, you will be amazed and you'll be like, this is untrue. But guess what? Yes, it is true, and it sounds really true to be true. But guess what? It is. So these are the type of life insurance that we have. Thank you so much.
Our fourth question goes thus: could you kindly tell me why life insurance should matter to me and my family?
Okay, yes. So life insurance matters to us as individual, as family, because it's a protection for us and for the next generation. So it's a way of saying, like, in case I'm no more here, I still want you as my family, you as my kids, to have the same lifestyle as if I'm here. So that is important of life insurance. Now, not just anyhow life insurance. Depend on how it is being structured, depend on what type of life insurance, which is I will recommend the IUL, the Index Universal Life, because it has like more than 7 protection for your family, for your health, for business or home, against market loss, against IRS, against inflation, and against creditors. For the next couple of months, this kind of policy pays you 90% of your face value. Meaning, if you purchase a policy worth of 500,000 or 200,000 and you had a stroke or another attack, the company will pay you 90% of that 200,000 upfront while you are alive. So these are the different benefits compared to the term life or the whole life, that you have to pass away, they have to declare you dead before your beneficiary can take the money. But with the IUL, you don't have to die before you can take the benefit. So you can make a withdrawal from your account while you are alive. So with this type of account, it has more than 62 benefits. One of them I just say is tax-free account, and you don't have to pay any penalty on the account. You can make a withdrawal of your cash value. Now, if at all anything happens, critical illness, they can pay you up to 90% of your face value. If at all there's chronic illness, they can pay you 24% yearly. And if at all there's terminal illness, which is like, oh, he had a cancer and the doctor already diagnosed and said the next 6 months you're going to die. So this type of policy pay you 100% of your policy value. Meaning, if you insured yourself for 500,000 policy and come along the way, you're being diagnosed with cancer, the company will pay you the 100%, that is the 500,000 amount while you're alive. To do what? To set your house in order. Yeah, so there are 7 protection for the life insurance. For the Index Universal Life Insurance is a protection for your family, for your health, for your business or home, against market loss, against inflation, and against creditors. So we're talking about how the money works. Do we understand how money works? Do we even understand money? Do you understand how to make it work for you? So this type of life insurance is just going to expatiate on what it means to have a life insurance and how it's supposed to work for you. So because we're in a situation, for instance, if something happened, like I said earlier, like, okay, someone is a breadwinner of the family, if at all he has a stroke And how we've been doing our life is we've been working for money. But this type of account makes the money work for you. In times of, if I thought something happened, you can easily fall back on your cash value in your index universal life account, and you can make a withdrawal to take care of that expenses that you cannot physically go to the work. So it's like income replacement. So this is why I say this type of life insurance is important for every household, every family, everyone that love their loved ones, that want to make sure that while I'm alive, my family is secure. And when I'm going to know I'm not going to be alive anymore, my family is still going to be enjoying the type of lifestyle like as if I'm here. So these are the reasons why this type of life insurance is very important, and it is something that the family, individual needs to have. Thank you.
Our fifth question says, what is Index Universal Life Insurance and when was it established?
All right, so like I said earlier, the Index Universal Life Insurance is the type of life insurance that helps family to build cash value. That is, I won't say it's an investment, but it's a way of securing your future. Yeah, I'm going to compare the IUL with your 401k. We all have an employer and we have our 401k. And the only difference between the 401k and the IUL is with your 401k, if you want to make any withdrawal before that age that you're eligible to, you're going to pay some tax, you're going to pay tax and penalty. But with the IUL, there's no tax, there's no penalty. So you can make a withdrawal at any point as long as you have cash built into that policy.
Thank you once again, sir. Dear viewers, especially those in the US, I believe you've been informed particularly and concerning life insurance and money matters. And now you know what to do and how to go about it. Please feel free to leave a comment and your question below. Thank you for watching, listening, liking and sharing our videos. Please, if you're new, kindly subscribe to our channel, click the bell button for notification. Till I come your way next time with another guest.